So, this comes up a lot. The ego. We're trying to overcome the ego. And it's a difficult concept to work with because it's not crystal clear where the line is drawn. And so my suggestion is that we don't take a look at the ego, we take a look at pride. We ask ourselves, what do we have pride in? And how does that affect our ability to see when we are being manipulated via those things that we have pride in? Because that is why pride is the deadliest sin. I don't have a religious background. I didn't grow up with religion, but I do think that 7 deadliest sins are deadly for a reason, and that concept has a lot of value. And our pride is our blind spot. So you have to just ask yourself, what do I take pride in? We take pride in all kinds of things. We take pride in our children. We take pride in the things that we own. We take pride in the work that we do. We even take pride in the difficulties that we've gone through, you know, and how we overcame that. And pride doesn't benefit us ever because it's always a blind spot. And it always ties into these false aspects of our identity that we want to shed so that we can become more authentic. And the reason we want to become more authentic, well, I mean, we know, but also is because that puts us in touch with our integrity, our true spirit of service, and love, and truth, and all the things that we want to offer to the world in their purest form. And we can't do that if pride is getting in the way. And we have this movement in our country, I don't know if it's all over the world, of revering pride and emphasizing pride. And what that's doing to our society is it's making people, it's creating more divisiveness, and it's making people more rigid in their identities, more easily triggered by their identities, and therefore we have a difficult time communicating and working things out on a grander scale. And so if you want to shed those aspects of your identity and separate yourself from them so that you can have mastery over your awareness and mastery over your impulses and mastery over your responses, that's what we're doing, that's what we're working towards, then we need to take a look at pride and ask ourselves, what do I take pride in, and why do I take pride in that? And is it okay if nobody recognizes these things that I take pride in? How does it affect me if nobody acknowledges those things? Because we have to get to a place where that's okay. They don't need to be acknowledged because they aren't really us. And so I'm bringing this up as a tool, taking a look at our pride as a tool for shedding these aspects of ourselves that really are serving ourselves up to be manipulatable in our society. Because, manipulation is a big thing, and most of everyone participates in it. Flattery, for instance, is a way that pride is used to manipulate, to get us to do things that we don't realize we are being coerced into doing, because we have this blind spot. And so, we end up doing things that aren't in true spirit of service because we're protecting what we have pride in. And so this is just a tool. This is a tool for identifying those things. And it's easy to identify what we have pride in. And it's easy to ask ourselves, why do we have pride in that? And it's easy to let go of it by saying, if nobody ever acknowledged any of these things I have pride in, that I consider to be what I am, or who I am, or aspects of who I am, if if that never happened, if we never got that acknowledgement, would it be okay? And if it wouldn't be okay, then we have to get okay with it. That's reality. We have to get okay with it. That is shedding the false identity and, whoa, what is happening out there? That's shedding the false identity. Sorry, this is getting a little washed out. So I'm just offering this as a tool, and not just, I'm offering this as a tool because I found it to be very valuable, and I'm sure that you will as well, because it's an easy thing to take a look at. It's right there on the surface. Thank you. Thank you again for listening. I appreciate your time very much, and I hope that you found this valuable.